Stop looking at houses backwards. If you're browsing Zillow before you've answered these 3 questions, you're setting yourself up for heartache. I'm Niki Dowling, and after helping Gillette buyers since 2013, I've seen one thing separate the people who get the keys from the people who get ghosted: doing the work before your search. Today I'm going to give you a 4-step game plan to get ahead of every other buyer in town. So let's get into it. Before you call a lender, before you open Zillow, before you drive through a neighborhood you think you might like, you need to sit down and figure out one number. Not what you can be approved for, what you actually are comfortable paying every single month. These two numbers are often very different, and nobody talks about that. A lender's job is to tell you the maximum loan amount you qualify for based on your income, your debt, and your credit. That number might be $350,000, it might be $400,000, it might be even more. But here's the question nobody asks you before that conversation even happens. What monthly payment lets you still live your life? Can you still go camping on the weekends? Still take the kids to the rodeo? Still handle an unexpected truck repair or a medical bill without completely falling apart financially? Because I have seen buyers get approved for a number that is technically correct and then spend the next 5 years house poor because they bought at the top of what they qualified for instead of at the top of what they were comfortable with. So before anything else, sit down with your spouse, your partner, whoever is making those decisions with you, and talk about your monthly payment. Is it $1,500 a month, $1,800, $2,200? Whatever that number is, that is your real budget. And that is the number I want you to walk into your lender with. Because once you know your comfortable payment, your lender can tell you in about 5 minutes what purchase price that puts you at. And that is the number we shop at, not the maximum, the number that lets you sleep at night. Once you know your comfortable payment, now you can call the lender. But not just any lender, and not without asking the right questions first. Because in Gillette, your lender choice is going to directly affect whether you get the house or lose it. And most first-time buyers have no idea that's even a factor. Here are the 3 questions I want every buyer I work with to ask before they commit to a lender. Can you close my loan in 30 days? Not can you try, not probably. Can you close in 30 days? And what does your track record look like on that? A lender who hesitates on that question is telling you something. A lender who can answer it clearly and confidently and back it up is the one you want. In a competitive market, a seller with multiple offers is going to look at your financing and ask themselves, is this deal going to close? A lender with a reputation for closing on time is a competitive advantage most buyers never even think about. Question 2, are you available on nights and weekends? This one matters more than most anything else. Here's the reality of buying a home in Gillette right now. Homes hit the market and go under contract fast, sometimes within 24 hours. That means the offer might need to go in on a Saturday evening, or a Sunday morning, or a Tuesday night after you get off of shift. When I'm writing your offer, I need your pre-qualification letter. If your lender only works banker's hours and it's Saturday night, I don't have that letter. And that affects how serious your offer is going to get considered. My preferred lender, I can text him the address and the price, and by the time I finish writing the offer, he has the letter ready. That is the kind of lender available that wins houses in this market. Question 3, how do you communicate? Email only? phone calls only during business hours, or do you text? Because when you're sitting in a driveway at 7 p.m. looking at a house you love and you have a question about your payment at that exact price, you need to be able to text your lender right then and get an answer before you drive away. Some lenders won't give buyers their cell phone number. Some won't respond until the next business day. That works fine in a slow market. In Gillette right now, it doesn't. Make sure the way your lender communicates matches the way you need to communicate. It sounds like a small thing. It is not a small thing. Okay, you know your comfortable payment. You've got a lender who can close in 30 days, works nights and weekends, and communicates the way you do. Now let's talk about what actually happens when you find a house you want. Because this is where I see first-time buyers make the mistake that costs them the house. They want to negotiate, and I get it. You want to get a good deal. I want you to get a good deal too. That is literally my job. But here is the reality of this market right now. Sellers in Gillette know what their home is worth. And if it's priced right and it's been on the market for 24 hours, they probably have more than one offer sitting in front of them. In that situation, coming in with a lower price and asking for seller concessions on top of it is not a negotiation strategy. It's a way to get your offer set aside while the seller takes the clean one. The buyers who are winning right now are coming in strong, at or near asking price, with clean terms, with solid financing from a lender that listing agreement recognizes. And here's something most buyers don't know. When your offer comes in, the listing agent is often going to text your agent and ask who your lender is. They want to know if the deal is going to close. They want to know if the lender has a track record of getting it done. That one question, who's the lender, can be the difference between your offer getting serious consideration and your offer getting passed over. A clean offer with strong financing from a reputable lender beats a complicated offer at the same price every single time. So here's the order. And this is the order that actually works. 1. Figure out your comfortable monthly payment before you do anything else. 2. Call a lender and ask those 3 questions. Close in 30 days, available nights and weekends, and how do you communicate? And 3. Get your pre-qualification done before you fall in love with the house, not after. And 4. When you find the house, trust your agent on the offer strategy. This is not the time to test the market. This is the time to come in strong. That's the game plan. And if you have that game plan locked in before you start looking, you are already ahead of most buyers out there right now. If you're thinking about buying a home in Gillette, even if you're 6 months out, let's get on a call and build your game plan together. No pressure, no obligation, just a real conversation about what the process looks like for you and your specific situation so that when the right house comes up, you're ready to move. That's what I do. I've been doing it in this community since 2013. You can book a free one-on-one buyer consultation call directly on my calendar. Link is in the description. Or if you're more of a texter, shoot me a text at 307-299-1355. Either way, let's build your game plan before you start looking at houses. I'm Niki Dowling, helping you find new neighbors.